I'm 92 years old. My wife is no longer with me. My pals have outlived me. My adversaries are no longer with me. And I've outlived the version of myself that gave a damn about what other people thought of me, with an odd clarity. I'm standing on the precipice of my life right now. The bottom is visible to me. I feel obliged to turn around and talk to those who are still at the celebration before I leave this planet, to let you know what I observe. You're leading a false life. You have this cozy illusion that you have plenty of time to spare. You approach your days as if they were inexpensive, as if you could put them into an endless bank account. You are broke. And I'm here to tell you that. We're all broke. All of us will perish. You are intellectually aware of it. You don't feel it, though. The icy steel of death is not pressed against your throat. You wouldn't live the way you do if you did. Let me share a story with you concerning a man called Jack. The year was 1968. My best pal was Jack. Richer, smarter, and more attractive than I am. In the corporate world, he was a shark. We celebrated a huge deal he had just closed one evening. "Frank, 5 more years," he remarked, leaning back in his leather chair and puffing on a Cuban cigar. 5 more years of toil. I then dialed the number. Mary and I then traveled to Italy. I then acquire painting skills. After that, I begin to live. Jack was planning a road chart. However, 3 days later, he gripped his chest as he left his office building and fell to the sidewalk. Severe cardiac attack. He was 42. I never visited Italy, never did any painting. I felt the weight of what had happened as I stood over his coffin. We all die, thus Jack's death wasn't the tragedy. His whole life was spent waiting to live, which was tragic. Living as though existence were a waiting chamber for an unrealized tomorrow. And the most inhumane aspect, he still had a full office. He still had a full inbox. Even after Jack passed away, the world continued. In 2 weeks, he was replaced by his firm. In a year, his patrons had forgotten his name. I see Jack when I look at you right now. I'll be happy when I get the promotion, you convince yourself. When the kids are older, I'll take a trip. When my brother apologizes, I'll forgive him. As a 92-year-old man, let me tell you the harsh truth. There is no later. Only now is there. You are placing the worst wager in gambling history if you exchange your present for an uncertain future. Let's discuss your material preoccupation. You thrive on accumulation. To impress people you don't even like, you spend money you don't have on items you don't need. That's how I used to live. Large home, high-end vehicles, and a toy-filled garage. I live in a tiny room now. Chair, bed, and my wife's photo. That's all. And I can tell you that it's all crap based on the endgame's clarity. Despite attending innumerable funerals, I have never once witnessed a U-Haul trailer trailing a hearse. To get rid of your stuff, your children will employ strangers. 90% is disposed of in a dumpster. 10% went to a yard sale and sold. The culmination of your materialism is that. Rubbish for the future. Why give up your life for it then? Why sacrifice your daughter's early years for a stuck car? For furniture that will eventually be forgotten? Why put in 60-hour work weeks? That is insane. It won't be apparent until you are seated where I am, and by then it will be too late. I'll tell you about winning. I was my city's Businessman of the Year in 1979. Black tie, large banquet. I had a divine feeling. That evening, proud of my achievements, I held my award. However, my home was dark when I got back. Eleanor, my wife, sleeping. My children are asleep, by myself. I became aware that the cheering had ceased. What I could do for them was more important to them than I was. Chasing a piece of glass had caused me to miss important events, anniversaries, and children's activities. That award? Long since forgotten. But I can't get rid of the image of my wife's dissatisfied eyes. Your legacy is not your career. It's a deal. To build someone else's castle, you are selling hours of your life that you will never get back. Your job will be posted online before your obituary appears if you die today. Your career will never love you back, so don't adore it. What then is important? What's left when the career is a trap, the money is false, and everything is trash? You can only keep the things you gave up, like time, connection, and love. I do not replay deals as I sit in this chair. Eleanor and I relive Sunday mornings. I play back my daughter's giggles. Helping a stranger stranded in a snowbank is something I relive. There is no riches other than that. This is my task. A no-nonsense plan for the remainder of your life. First, destroy your ego. Give up worrying about other people's opinions. They're too busy caring about themselves to notice you. In your own mind, you are the protagonist. Give up being paralyzed by dread. The second is to practice the final time, a method of stoicism. Consider every deed and every moment as if it were your last. The final phone call, the final cup of coffee, the final hug. You will never again take anything for granted. The third is to awaken. I'm 92. I have back pain. I have dim eyes. You're healthy. You're young. Don't scroll any farther. Quit making yourself numb. Step outside. Take in the wind. Take a look at the sky. Give your mom a call. Because life is too short to harbor hatred. Forgive your enemy, not for them. All of us will perish. That's the only assurance. However, the majority of people only exist and never really live. They expire while remaining secure and cozy. Avoid being like Jack. Avoid waiting for the 5-year plan. Consume the delicious cuisine. Go on the journey. First, say, I love you. Time is running out. Is it audible? It's the sound of your life coming to an end. Keep it from running out of fuel. Go live.